Marianne Binetti, and this is a dead plant. Yes, this is a datura, or angel's trumpet, a tropical plant that did not survive the winter. I didn't expect it to survive the winter, but it had beautiful purple flowers on it. It was called Southern Bell Angel's Trumpet. How do I know it's dead and it's not going to maybe sprout later on and come back? Well, not only is it tropical, but if you just scrape the bark down low on a plant, if there's no green showing, that's a pretty good sign that it's dead. The other thing, look at the branches are so brittle. They just break right off. They're all brown inside. I know this plant's dead. But what am I going to do? I'm going to save and reuse the potting soil. Because today I'm going to talk to you about 2 tips for saving money in the garden. The first is making our own potting soil, and the second is making new plants from old. So this is dead. Ooh, comes out very easily. Don't want that. But it is the potting soil that I want to reuse. So what I'm going to do in this wheelbarrow is where I'm going to use kind of like my mixing bowl to mix ingredients. So let's go ahead. Now all this potting soil is not perfect because some of it is packed full of roots. Oh, not too bad. I'm going to chop up the roots. But it's a little bit compacted, so just to lighten it up, I'm going to add some fresh potting soil to this potting soil that I'm reusing. Okay. There we go. Now that looks great. And this is potting soil. Oh, I got a chunk of something. Take that out. This is potting soil that I'm going to reuse in this very large container here, and it is going to be planted with this phormium. Now this colorful phormium is a great plant, but here's the second tip. Not only do we make our own potting soil by reusing some old potting soil, but many plants like this phormium, you can make new plants from old. So you look right into the side of this plant. You can see there's a natural breaking place. So I'm going to take this phormium out of its pot. And then right here, it's kind of like making a part in your hair. I'm going to use this root saw. You can use any serrated knife. I'm going to saw, well, this comes off quite easily, these roots. Look how easily that comes away. So what I've done, I've simply divided. I can divide this into 2 more. I've divided that clump, so now I have 2 young phormium plants. And those go very nicely. Take this and set it. The roots are kind of fragile at first. Set it in the pot. Add my new potting soil on top of those roots. I like to give it a good tamp to settle the soil. And I'll keep that out of the sun and keep it moist. And I'll have a good root system in just another couple of weeks. Now, here is the mother plant. I'm going to carefully move it over here to this container. And this needs a lot of soil around it to keep it upright. And that's why I've got this other baby plant here. Pop him up. Aside. I mixed up my potting soil in the wheelbarrow. So now I can simply wheelbarrow my new soil over to my planter. And use this soil to stabilize my phormium that is needed. So what I like to do here, I'm going to press it down and then use the soil making sure the plant is in the center of the pot. This is your only chance you have to center it. Firming it, but not stomping on it. And then around the sides, I'm going to firm this soil, forming almost like a little reservoir or water holding series around the edges. So there we have it. We made a new plant from one plant, got two new plants, and even though a plant died over the winter, I reused the potting soil, mixed with some fresh potting soil, to fill this whole thing up with great soil. It's been Marianne Binetti with Easy Answers for Great Gardens.